Let me grab my towel. Towels and blocks will always be welcome, so I have blocks on standby in case I need to demonstrate the show to you. Let's come into a comfortable seated position. Happy Monday, everyone. Once again, good evening. Sometimes someone will say, Monday, is it really a Monday? Does it really make a difference since everyone is working from home Monday like any other day? That is also a good thing because you're not going to attach any particular stigma to Monday. Everything is what your mind thinks it is. Close your eyes, straight back, rest your palms onto your knees. You may want to make sense of what's happening in your mind. Perhaps you just finished a conference call, just finished a long day in the office, well, your home office that is. Your mind is still pretty flustered with all the thoughts for the day, thoughts of work. Use this practice to try to create more space physically, mentally, energetically in your mind and your body. Expand your belly and your chest when you inhale. Long deep breathing in. Long exhale. Contract your chest and your belly back to your spine. You may want to contract your abdominal muscles a bit more intensely in this class. So this is more of a strength-based exhalation. That means you're engaging your core continually. Take a few more breaths. With each passing breath, you begin to feel calmness back into your body and your mind. Continue to cultivate this calmness in the poses in this class. Stick your palms to heart center. In a prayer-like position, we call this a gesture, an Anjali mudra in our yoga Sanskrit language. We bow our heads down to palms to heart center, always honoring your bodies, your breath, your mind. And try to keep all these three elements, the body, your breath, and your mind as one, working on the poses, concentrating, not giving up, but knowing when to let go a little bit so that you can stay still and not go crazy over the poses and the subsequent movements. And enjoy this practice, everyone. Gently lift your head back up to face the front. Open your eyes. Good evening. Namaste. A brief little warm up the body before we start to work on the poses, okay? Alright, let's work with your neck. Right arm up, bend the elbow. Hold the ear, the left ear, and then take it to your right side. Anytime you want to close your eyes, as long as you don't have the risk of falling or injuring yourself, please go ahead. Long deep breath. Take a few more breaths. With every exhale, see whether your right fingers can pull your left ear more towards the right to deepen the stretch between the ear and the shoulder. 2 and 1. Gently release. Rest the right palm back on your right knee. Let's go to the other side. Left arm bent. And then go ahead to go to the other side, towards the left. And perhaps you might feel a difference, the asymmetric tightness or asymmetric flexibility. One side is tighter than the other. Be mindful of that. And perhaps next time you want to warm the body up, be it in a formal class or your own home practice, spend more time on the tighter side. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Release. Interlace the fingers. Flip the interlaced fingers and the palms up. Straighten the arms first. Look forward. Don't look up yet. Keep it up. Lift, 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 lift. Like someone is going to carry off. Someone is standing behind you. Want to lift your straight arms off the mat. And then you take your straight arms backwards to create more space between your ears and your arms. So if I look at me sideways, it's like this. Once you hit the point where your shoulders cannot go backwards anymore, your body will tend to arch to give you more space. Then don't do that. Keep minimizing the arch, suck your belly in, engage your core, look forward and breathe. Every inhale, lift the arms, interlace fingers and palms higher to the ceiling and backwards. 4. Suck your rib cage, suck your abdominal muscles in. 2. And 1. You stay there. Now your head looks up to the ceiling. And now you lift your heart up, go into a little back bend. So you open up your middle back. Lift, 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 lift. Middle back, upper back lifts up more. Like someone is pulling your center of your shirt, your heart up to the ceiling. For 3. Keep breathing. For 2. For 1. One more time. And release. Come back down with your arms down. Side bend towards the right. Sit in a comfortable cross-legged position, or you don't feel comfortable, you can switch your legs, right? Right arm down on the same side, the same plane as your right hip. So not along the knee direction, but along the hip direction, buttock direction. Left arm up, side bend towards the right. You can go lower, lower the elbow down to touch the mat. Stay. So it's a side bend, stretching the side muscles, your oblique muscles between your left hip and your left shoulder. Try to take a bit more to your shoulder as well. Take your top arm, place it behind the head, and turn your chest slightly up to the front and to the ceiling. Stay for 4. Both hip sitting bones down on the mat, please. 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. And then the other side. Right arm up, right palm is turning towards the left, side bend towards the left. If this is really intense, you can keep your top elbow straight instead of bending the elbow, or you can bend a little bit. You can go further, start to turn and spin your chest slightly up to the ceiling with your right arm behind your head. So you open up your right shoulder as well. External rotation. Stay for 5. Sitting bones down, engage your core guys, suck your belly in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourself back up and release. Now interlace fingers behind your back. And then fold forward and keep your interlace fingers higher to the ceiling. You may want to bounce a few times up and down if your body really stiff. Or if it feels good, even you don't feel so stiff, it's also okay to keep bouncing. When I prefer to keep still, press your chin down or as close as you can to the mat, lift the interlace fingers up. Sitting bones are always on the mat, don't lift it up. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. Try to lengthen your spine, lengthen your back to the front. Minimize the hump. 2. And 1. Release. Lift yourself up. Shake it up. Last one. Now, both arms are in front of you. Bend the elbows. So you're working on this. Okay? Like this. So the elbows are about the same height as, or the same distance from the mat as your shoulders, not this way. Try to take it up. If it's quite intense here, then take it here. You keep it with your elbows touching. Still in the seated position. Now continue to keep your elbows touching each other. Now try to lift up the arms higher, higher, but keep your elbows bent first and try to straighten later. So your fingers are pointing backwards now. Keep closing in. Don't let the elbows open up. You may not see, if you magnify this screen, my arms are shaking now. It's okay. Don't give up. Do your best. Breathe. Take a little pause before you want to go deeper. 4. So there is strength in this stretch. 3, 2, 1. Now open up the elbows as if you are doing a headstand. Interlace fingers, cup the back of your head, and then elbows to point to the front, like this. And then round the back. Look down your belly button. Stay and breathe. So guys, even though this is a warm-up, but we've done some poses that require some strength. Previous one, where you have the strength in the stretch of your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Lift yourself up and shake it up. So you see, doing this is quite challenging for some of you. So you can take your elbows lower, right? So when you go up, you get the stretch, but you need to have the strength to keep your elbows still touching. So this is not easy. Later you'll be working on another variation in this position, okay? So if you're not looking forward to it, please don't turn off your phone, continue watching and continue to practice and try your best, right? Okay, let's work on your downward facing dog. Come to downward facing dog, guys. Feet either together or feet together and feet together or feet separate at hip distance. Okay, there we go. This goes to show that yoga teachers are never perfect, okay? We have our own issues, we have our beep to take care of. So don't look at us, don't put us on a pedestal, please. We are just like all of you human beings. Cultivate mindfulness in this downward dog. It's like you're gazing into a space in the air in between your feet, looking at something, but also not looking at something. Sort of sounds like a very contradictory statement, but you're very mindful of your movement. You're mindful of what's happening in your body. You keep lifting your hips higher to the ceiling. You keep pressing your heels down to your mat to get the stretch. For those with more space, you can walk your palms slightly forward about 10 centimeters, about 5 inches forward to get your head closer to your mat to deepen the stretch to your shoulders. Stay for 6. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. Stay for 1. Inhale to your plank position, like a high push-up. Downward dog, press it back when you exhale. A few more times, guys, a bit like a vinyasa movements. Inhale to your plank. Downward dog, exhale. So the strength doesn't just come in holding a pose in a static position. There is also strength in the movement, so there's dynamic movements. So you're working on the muscles at all different levels. Inhale, plank. Downward dog, exhale. Very good control, guys. Stay. Inhale, plank. Downward dog, exhale. Let's do a first vinyasa flow just to get the blood flowing. Inhale, plank. As you exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin down. Cobra pose, inhale, point the toes, lift up, elbows bent or straight. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Plank, inhale. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Step the right foot forward, left knee down. If the left knee on the mat is not happy, please place a towel underneath to support the left knee. Coming to your low lunge pose, Anjali-asana, nice stretch for your hips. So this is stretch, but pay attention to the strength in your core. So engage your core muscles like you want to shrink your waistline by one size smaller. So you engage your core, so this becomes a strength base plus stretch practice for this pose. Now bring some awareness to your front foot as you dig your front toes down onto the mat. See whether you can try to slide or try to press your front foot, press it down the mat and try to slide it back by 1 centimeter. So you engage your right hamstring at the same time. So stretch coming to your left hip flexor. Stretch coming to a bit of your shoulders as your arms are going backwards if you want to. But strengthen your core and strengthen your front hamstring. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hands down. Move the right foot a few inches forward. The good old half split. It's a good stretch for your hamstring. Some poses you use the strength and then you use the strength to maintain the stretch in this hamstring. Okay, so let's get the hamstring all ready and warmed up. Hips above your left knee. You can see my left thigh is exactly vertical. It's not this way, nor is it this way, okay? All set? Fingers do not touch the mat. Blocks are always there for you to help. If you don't have blocks, use books or something sturdy to balance you. And then walk yourself forward, fingers on the blocks or on the mat. Stretch forward. Take your time, even in the stretch, you want to pause before you go deeper. Pay attention, listen to what's happening to your body. You feel the discomfort, there is no tearing of muscles, but there is a discomfort there. There will be the zone that you want to stay in, no pain. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. For those with the space, you can bend the elbows to rest the elbows down. Stay for 2. And 1. Lift up, step back, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Let's work on the other side. Left foot forward, right knee down or on your towel on the mat. Lower lunge pose. The right toes behind, you can either tuck under, this is called tucking under, or you can point them like a ballerina. Bend the front knee so that you get a nice good stretch to your left hip, on the left hip flexor. Maintain the stretch in the hip flexor. Engage your core muscle. Every exhale, contract your ring of muscle in your core to hold your spine steady. And then release the arms up. More space to your shoulders. Take your palms together, elbows straight. Take the arms behind your ears. But keep your rib cage in. So you're engaging your intercostal muscles, those where your rib cage is, as well as engaging your abdominal muscles when you exhale. Stay for 4. Stay for 3. Stay for 2. And 1. Release, coming to the half splits. Front leg straightens, flex the ankle, move it forward a few inches, about 5 to 8 centimeters, about 3 to 5 inches forward. Hips above your bottom right knee, and then stretch forward using the blocks or your fingers on the mat. With every inhale, lengthen your spine forward towards the front, and then you exhale, try to maintain the stretch and try to use your exhalation to dissolve the discomfort. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now walk your palms about 2 palm distance behind. Backwards for a short downward dog. So you can see, this short downward dog version. You're gonna get the body ready in this twist. I'm gonna turn towards my left with my right hand to grab my left ankle and then twist and look at you guys and smile. Right, so go ahead. If you're following me in this direction, it will be your right hand to grab your left ankle. Right hand to grab the left ankle and twist towards the left. You can either look back or you can even look up towards the ceiling. Keep your downward dog position in this twist. Hips are always up. If you shift your weight, you feel your weight moving towards the left side, keep your buttocks more to the center so you're engaging your core as well. 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's go to the other side. Left hand to hold the right ankle or the right shin. You really have some stretch your hamstring, so this should be much more comfortable in this forward bending, in this downward dog, and then twist towards your right. Either look towards the right or look up to the ceiling. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Keep your hips more to the center. Very easy for the hips to sway along the right side. 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, you can stay in this short downward dog, or you may want to sit down and look at me. Well, let me do some adjustment. Get my top into my shorts. Top in shorts. Alright, so what you're going to do, you can engage your core. So this will be using core strength. You're going to come into the same twist. You really got the twist. Now you don't touch. Bottom arm doesn't touch the bottom leg. You keep twisting. Using your oblique muscles, the core muscle to twist, while the single arm that is supporting you in downward dog is strong, pushing your ears up towards your shoulders. Okay, go ahead. Going to the first side you turn to. In this case, your left side. Twist towards your left. Release the bottom hand. Don't touch the mat, don't touch the floor, don't touch the leg. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. The other side. Twist towards your right. You can hold the foot first. Once you get a deep twist, engage your core muscles, buttocks to the center, don't sway towards the right side. Release your bottom arm towards the right side. Stay and breathe for 5, 4, 3. Long deep breath. 2, 1. Release. Take a child's pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, let's work on the next pose. So the next pose will require, well, it's similar, pretty similar to the pose you have just done. There is some stretch to your hamstring, but there is also the strength in your shoulders. So we're doing some shoulder strengthening first here. So, Dolphin Pose. Everyone come to Dolphin Pose. You may want to interlace fingers. You may want to interlace fingers, everyone can see, interlace fingers, or you can keep your arms like a number 11, okay? Your forearms like a number 11, a bit more difficult for those with more open shoulders will be easier. And say hello to my cat. Okay, and then all interlace fingers. Lift the legs, straighten the legs, lift the hips up, walk your feet closer towards you, big toes touching, feet together. You can either look between your forearms or you can look back if the neck is not comfortable looking forward. Keep moving your shoulders back. Stretch, 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 breathe. Don't let your shoulders sink down. Lift the ears high to your shoulders. Stay there guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take the knees down, take a brief child's pose. Okay, and sit up. So in this dolphin pose, you are getting the stretch, maintaining the stretch to your hamstrings, and also for some of you to your lower back, because maybe here is tighter. And then you're maintaining the strength to your shoulders to keep into this pose. So this pose is not an easy pose. It requires both stretch and stretch. Stretch in a certain group of muscles and strength in the other group of muscles. You're going to take this one level higher. So let me show you. So now you need to keep your hands like a number 11 without interlaced fingers. I'm going to face the front so you can see this side. I'm going to come to dolphin pose first. Look at me before you do. You're going to take your right leg up. You're going to stay. And then you're going to shift the weight towards your right side. Left arm, elbow up. Find your balance so you have a stretch. But also the strength now is a single strength required from your single shoulder. Release the other arm backwards like this. Okay? And lift it up. The easier option, a slightly more manageable option, is the bottom elbow, your right elbow. If it's difficult for you, you can turn it 45 degrees or 90 degrees, so you have more space for balancing. So this would be much easier, you see? But once you turn it this way, right fingers forward, it is much more difficult. Right, go ahead, get ready. Come to your dolphin pose. Lift the right leg up.
Press onto your right side, your right elbow, right forearm. Remember the angle you want to, if it's pointing forward, it's more challenging. If your forearm is about 45 degrees or 90 degrees, easy to balance. Float up your left arm up. Slowly take it back and stay. Look down or look back at the foot, or even look up towards your floating right leg for 5. Don't let your shoulders sink. 4, 3, 2, do your best, don't give up, come on. And 1, release, come back down. Not over yet, you have the other side. Okay, get ready. Come to Dolphin Pose. I'm watching you. No, I'm not, I'm kidding. But still, Dolphin Pose. Okay, left leg up. You want to bring some strength to your left leg, flex your left ankle. So your left toes are pointing down, you're engaging your shin, your left shin and your thigh muscles. Shift the weight towards your left side. And then float your right elbow off the mat. Carefully. Don't turn your head to look back first, look down first. Slowly lift up your right hand, the opposite arm, and take it back. Point it straight behind you, next to your waist. When you find yourself very stable, then you can slowly turn your head to look down and backwards towards the floating foot. Stay for 5. Stay for 4. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back down. Take a break. Okay, the last round. Now we're going to have this pose combined with the twist. So there will be your holding of the pose in the static position. Stretch of your hamstring, a bit of stretch of the back, and then strength of your single shoulder. And then doing this movement, you're going to bend the top leg, you're going to grab with the opposite arm. Alright? So I will do this way. Let me show you. You're going to take it up, right leg, up. You're going to bend, you're going to grab. Cannot grab, doesn't matter. Whoops, lost it. So don't grab it in the beginning. First, establish the previous pose. Then engage your core. I'm going to keep still and not talk so I can focus on the movement. Observe. Once you grab it, kick it up. Okay? And stay. Alright, let's go. Dolphin Pose. Arms are parallel. Right leg up. Same as your previous round. Right leg up and then left arm behind you. Work on the previous pose first. Okay, don't grab the foot yet. Now, before you go to the next pose, take a pause, concentrate, do your best, don't give up, don't get angry, and go. Back, left hand slowly, trying to grab the foot behind as you bend the knee. Your right leg, I mean. Grab it. Once you grab it, pause there, take a few breaths, and then kick the right foot higher. Going to the best you can. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Ayah, some of you fell down, doesn't matter. Just in case you think I'm watching you, no, there is no security camera, don't worry. Take a break, child's pose, breathe. It is okay to be panting for breath. It is okay to feel angry or feel upset with what you did. Think of the positive side. You have a working body, being able to practice is a blessing already in itself. Okay, let's go to the other side. Dolphin Pose. Left leg up. Float the right arm up behind you. Okay, take your time slowly. Bend the top leg. Bring it closer to your right arm. Hold the foot, pause there, not in a rush. And then kick the left foot up. At the same time, keep looking down or looking back. Don't let your ears sink down. Press, press, press with your left shoulder. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Downward. Coming to child's pose. Oh. Alright. Okay, hips may be a bit tight, so let's take a few moments, a brief moment in your lizard pose. Right foot forward. I'm going to face the front this way. Palms down on the mat or on your blocks, if palms on your mat. Challenging for some of you, like this, so you stay like this. Left leg behind, point your left toes. You can move the front foot slightly forward, and then you can turn the knee a bit more to the right side. And then you can just rock your hips left and right. Oh, hips are tight, knees just trying to relax when you exhale. Your option is to go deeper. If you have more space, you can ditch the blocks, you can rest your palms or even your elbows on the mat or elbows on your blocks. Okay, greater space to your hips. So later we're going to work on some poses that require hip compression but also open hips, in addition to flexible hamstrings or more open hamstrings. Take a few more breaths. You can choose to keep still. Some of you would prefer to flip the foot up with the big toe pointing up like this. You can see my big toe is lifted up. You can if you want to. But if you're taking your knee down this way, you don't turn to the right. You keep your body to the center and you just press down. That is where the stretch happens. Stay for 5. Some of you can even take your chest down and palms down. Oh, today my hips feel pretty good. 4, 3, do the best you can, don't need to compare yourself with me or with others. 2, 1, release. Just take a brief downward dog. Oh, release off the soreness or the tightness around the hip and knee joints. Walk it off, walk it off. Okay, let's work on the other side. Left foot forward, on the outside of the left palm, right knee down. Walk the left foot a few inches forward, turn it 45 degrees to the left or even the big toe lifted up. Keep still, sink the hips down, or you can rock left and right. Feel that with each subsequent rocking, the space in your hips, in your joints, becomes bigger and bigger. You feel more comfortable, or the discomfort becomes less uncomfortable. 3, 4, 5. Anytime you want to go lower, please go ahead. Anytime you want to keep still or continue walking, you go ahead. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Step back, downward facing dog. Alright, rest your knees on the mat. Sit down, getting ready for some poses for your core. I know the letter C, the C pose, the core pose. Not your crunches, but close enough, your boat pose. Getting the hip, a bit of hip compression, but engaging your core muscles, your abdominals and your deep core muscles here. Legs together, feet together, bend your knees about 90 degrees. You can see, doesn't have to be so close, doesn't have to be too far apart, or you can adjust later. Hold the back of the legs, keep our back straight. Lean back and shift and lift the shins up. So your shins are horizontal. Some of you feel great, you want to take your blocks as additional weight. Rest it on your shins. This is one option. Or release one hand off, or both hands off, or both hands up to the ceiling, or even behind your ears. Don't let your back round. Continue, hold it there. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the feet down, round the back, tuck yourself between your knees, pause and breathe. Okay, the next one will be the boats, the high boat and the low boat, also known as the boat pose and your half boat. So let me show you first, okay? So you can either continue to hold the legs like this, or one hand or both arms off. You're going to stay here, and then from there, let me come somewhere here. You're going to extend your legs.
You're gonna round the back, get your lower back on the mat. So you're a bit rounding, like a dish. So it's like a dish, like you want to collect water with your belly. And point your hands forward for an easier version. More intense, take the arms back. You stay there for a few breaths, and then with your next inhale, try not to use momentum of your arms. For those with the arms back, you're gonna come up, so you don't swing your hands this way, okay? No swinging. You lift up using more of your core back to your original boat pose. So for Navasana, to your half boat, other Navasana, arms forward or arms backwards. Always keep your lower back on the mat in your half boat. Okay? 5 times, okay? I'm a good teacher, huh? I tell you guys how many rounds you're doing. Some teachers never tell you, so you keep doing this. You say, oh my goodness, how long it will take. But I didn't tell you how long we're gonna hold. 5 times. Ready? Round 1, let's go. Boat pose. Go down. Half boat. Stay. Breathe. Don't give up. Leg can be higher if it's too difficult to take it down. If you take your legs lower and your lower back is off the mat, then it is too low for you. Take it higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Boat number 2. Breathe. One more breath. Come back down. Half boat. Facial muscles relax. I like to joke in class, don't tense your muscles up, don't look constipated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3, boat pose. Stay. If it's too much, you can always hold the back of the legs. Huh? No one is looking at you. Do your best. Just don't give up. Try. 3, 2, 1. Half boat, round 3, stay. Come on guys, I'm doing together with you and I'm still talking too. Talking is not easy while working on the pose. 3, 2, 1. Number 4. Ooh. Hey, don't get up, don't get up. Don't go and drink water. Stay there, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half boat number 4. Just one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boat pose number 5. For those who can go all the way, legs straightened. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those who can, arms back. Roll, low boat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and release. Hug yourself between your knees. Nice job. Breathe. Breathe. We have done some work to your shoulders. We've done some work on your core. We've opened up the hips. You must be thinking, what next? Ding ding, arm balances. Certain arm balances need you to have open hips, but you also need the strength in your shoulders and core. All arm balances, without a shadow of doubt, you will need to have strong shoulders and strong core. Okay, I hope that you didn't work out so much that your core and your shoulders are completely busted and completely tired. You still have some tank, some gasoline or fuel in your tank, I hope. Okay, work on this. Let me see. Let's work on this first. Let me show you. We're gonna go from reverse tabletop to your L seat. So this is like a prep for the next pose, for the arm balance. So what we do, you take your feet together this time. Your hands behind you, about shoulder width distance. Easier version, your fingers pointing behind, pointing backwards, so it's not too intense for your shoulders. Deeper in stretch for your shoulders, you point your fingers towards your buttocks. If it's halfway, you can point your fingers to the left and to the right, okay? Or you can have a combo. With shoulder that is tighter, you point the fingers either to the sides or towards the buttocks. The shoulder that is more open, you can point it backwards, alright? So everyone, you're going to do this. Let me show you. You're going to lift up like this. You're going to hang back, take a few breaths, open up the shoulders. And then you're going to slowly look forward. You're going to slowly take your hips back, but not getting on the mat. Straighten it, flex the ankle. And then try to pull the legs back. And maybe you can lift both feet or one leg off the mat. Alright? Get ready. So adjust yourself. Keep your shins to your thighs about 90 degrees. So this is a perfect example. So do a test run first. Maybe you need to adjust your feet, front or back, and your fingers sideways or pointing forward or pointing backwards, depending on the intensity in your shoulders. Okay, ready? Lift up. The first one is a more try and error. Hang back, breathe, hips higher, getting a nice stretch to your shoulders. Ready for your L sit. Buttocks almost touching the floor, legs straighten, flex the ankle, toes pointing up. And then slide the feet back, or take one or both feet up. 3, 2, 1. Feet down and get ready. If this is too difficult for your L sit, you can use the blocks. So you place the blocks where the palms used to be on the mat, like this. And then you take your blocks up wider so your body can go between the blocks. This way up, straighten and lift. Or 1 or 2. Okay? Alright, let's go. So adjust your feet so you know where your feet should be now. Forward or slightly backwards, up to you, and where your fingers and your palms should be. Just 3 rounds. Open the shoulders and then the L sit to get the core a bit open. Get ready. Reverse tabletop. Lift the buttocks up. Look up or let your head hang back. Stay and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly. Buttocks down. Legs straighten. Flex ankle. Toes pointing up. Stay. Try to pull the buttocks back. Crunch your chest towards your belly, towards your legs, or lift 1 or 2 legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your reverse tabletop. Go up. Stay for 5. Breathe. Pause and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Go back down. Buttocks almost touching the floor. The mat. Legs straighten. Pull your buttocks behind your arms. L sit or single leg or both legs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last round. Come on, guys. Okay. All the way up. Buttocks up. Knees bent. Knees above the ankles. Feet together. Still knees two together. Look up and look back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Buttocks down. Almost touching the floor. Legs straight. Slide the buttocks back. Look forward. Bring your chest closer to your legs or lift 1 or 2 legs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Legs straighten. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly bend forward. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We take a little breather. I know you're working towards 1 or 2 arm balances. Let's look at the time. And then slowly sit up. Alright. Before we go to the arm balance, give your shoulders and your core a little break. Let them recover first before we work on those arm balances. Some strength for your thighs and for your ankles and your toes. Okay, so blocks will be on standby. If you make it easier for yourself, you can rest the blocks, wedge it behind your feet. You're going to come on tiptoes like this. So the first round, let me show you. You're going to take your feet together like this. You're going to keep your weight onto your buttocks or on your heels. Rest your palms onto your knees. Fingers, palms facing down. Keep your knees pointing forward so that your thighs are horizontal. Okay? Keep your back straight and then palms to heart center. Okay, everyone join me. Stay. For those who want to, try to close your eyes. Keep the same image you're looking at with your eyes closed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rest the knees down. Rest the hand back to your knees. Feel some pressure onto your ankles and onto your toes. Straight back. And then lift your hips up. Point your toes. Knees together. So this is what I call the zombie pose. Palms to heart center. Lean back to the best you can. And inhale, lift yourself up. A lot of muscle strength here, alright? Okay, this is the movement that is difficult. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lean back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up.
Point your toes behind. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Hold it there. Try to go lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And release. Tuck your toes. Back to your balancing position. Tiptoes. Palms to heart center. And release. Okay, let me show you this next one. I think we still have time. Let me show you this one. So let me face the front. I'm gonna, from here, I'm gonna go to like a squatting pistol squat. Squatting pistol squat. Pistol squat with a tiptoe. So what you do, look at me first. You can keep your hands on the mat, but try to keep your palms to heart center. I'm gonna look forward, find a point I can look at. I'm in the same position with my knees pointing forward. I'm gonna shift towards my left side. I'm gonna slowly straighten my right leg and try not to touch the floor. Let me try, huh? There you go. And then stay there. Then slowly take it back to the same position. And then you go to the other side. You shift the weight towards your right buttock without touching the foot, touching the mat. Lift the left leg up, straighten it, and then take it back. Alright? It's pretty hard for me to talk at the same time, but well, I sort of did it for a few seconds. And you can do it too. Try your best. Come into this position, palms to heart center. If this is difficult to balance, take your hands to the side, like a tight rope walker, using the hands to balance as well. Also can. Okay? Shift the weight towards your left toes. Slowly try to take your right leg up without touching the floor. Straighten it. Float it there. 3, 2, 1. Very slowly bend it back. Back to your original tiptoe position, knees pointing forward. Shift the weight towards your right foot. Straighten your left leg forward without touching the floor once it lifts up. And then take it back and down. Okay. Let's try one more time, shall we? Tiptoes again, palms to heart center. Shift the weight towards your left buttock. Right leg start to straighten it. Try not to slide across the leg, just lift it up. Find your balance. And then take it down, back to your tiptoe. Shift the weight towards your right buttock. Lift the left foot up. Try not to slide it forward too much. Straighten it without touching the mat. I know it's tough, do your best, just try. And then hold it there, and then take it back to your tiptoes position and release. Child's pose. Point your toes, big toes touching. Make the letter V with your legs. Knees as well as you can. Sit your buttocks between your heels and stretch forwards. Give the ankles and your toes a bit of a stretch. And lift yourself up. Alright guys, we're going to come to this pose. This will be an accumulation of the shoulder strength, your hip opening, your hip flexor strength, your hamstring flexibility. Toe strength not too much because you're not balancing on your toes but on your arms. So it's a modification of the elephant trunk pose, the Ekahasta Bhujasana pose. So let me face you, you can see how I go. Let me show you. I'm going to use my right leg, which by the way is my Instagram leg. Most appropriate in Instagram here. So my Instagram leg, lift it up. Try to take the shoulder as low as you can. Take the leg as high as you can up the shoulder. Even if the leg is up to your bicep or even to your elbow, it's still possible to do the pose. Okay, just do your best. Make sure you clamp it hard. So let me show you first before you go ahead. If you need blocks to give you the extra lift, blocks are always welcome. Place it next to you. Alright, let me show you with the blocks. Place it down, straighten it. Now, for those who find it difficult, you stay there. You engage your core, round the back a little bit to pull the buttocks back. We did the L seat, remember? Then we have the strength, you lift it up. Okay, now this is a modification. For those who can, legs straighten. You keep your front leg straight. You straighten the other leg. Press it against the arm. For those who want to be more funky, bend the bottom leg and cross it over like this. And learn to smile. Whew. Okay, now you try. So there are many options, with or without the blocks.
Both legs straight. Round the back slightly. Take the right leg up. Like the right leg is a backpack. Sling the backpack, the strap over your shoulder. Clamp it there. Don't keep it loose. See, so loose. Press it down. Both palms on the blocks or on the mat next to you. You can keep it about shoulder width distance or slightly wider. Would be nice. Straighten the elbows. Now, first time, round the back first. Suck your belly in. Engage your core. Pull the foot back. The bottom foot, the straight leg. Put it back. Stay there. Or you lift it up. For those of you who are already bored already, it's okay for you. Then you can try to straighten this other leg. Press it against the leg. You want to go further, play with this leg. This leg cross over and then point it and clamp it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. The other side. Both legs straight. Bend your left knee. Scoop the shoulder underneath. Like a backpack, sling this left leg like a strap over. Clamp it down. Both elbows bent and now straighten it to push it up. First step, take a deep exhale. Suck your belly in as you exhale. Pull the buttocks back and then lift up this leg or not. Stay. Can go and lift it up. Straighten the other leg. Or this other, hook it behind. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Alright, child's pose, child's pose. I know your mind is screaming, child's pose, child's pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Making a very beautiful, stunning shape with your arm balance requires tremendous control of both your body and your mind. It is not just raw brute strength, otherwise this class becomes just any gymnastics or acrobatic class. It's how you pay attention to your breathing. You might feel your heart beating so fast now, perhaps. Every intention of your breath in your exhalation calm your heartbeat. Alright, let's work a bit of your back and continue on this thing we did just now, right, in warm up. So, back muscles probably sitting all day, your back would be weak. So you want to get this strengthened using the good old locust pose. Lie down on your back, arms behind you, 45 degrees like aeroplane wings. So like this, fingers pointing down. Fingers pointing backwards. Keep your feet about hip distance. And then lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the straight legs, look forward. Try to lift your thighs. Feel your thighs lifting higher as you engage your buttocks and your back. Stay and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly calm down. Pause and breathe. Round 2, I'll give you 2 options, either interlace fingers or take reverse namaste. Either interlace fingers or reverse namaste. Get ready, look forward, and 1, 2, 3, lift. Arms up or your interlace fingers up. Reverse namaste or legs up. 3, 2, 1. Calm down. Last one. You can stick to your previous round. You don't have to do this one. This will be tough, but try your best. This will have the shoulder stretch and the shoulder strength and your back strength. Elbows like this, 90 degrees bent. Lie down like this. Some of you know this. My regular students will know this. Elbows together. Don't let your elbows separate. Now lift your chest up and float the elbows up. Float the legs up. Feet distance apart. Hip distance apart. Stay. Breathe for 5. Don't let your elbows open up. Elbows touching. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Child's pose one more time.
and slowly sit up. Time passes so fast when you're having fun. We have about 22 seconds left, guys. So the last one, I would suggest you do a little spinal twist to wrap it up. I'm afraid you don't have much time. And then you finish with a 3 to 5 minute Shavasana before you end your Monday evening with a nice dinner, alright? Remember to stay safe, everyone. It's good to see everyone here. Thank you. Namaste.